had my phone on and then it went off. But welcome, you guys. So you got my face just in time. Okay, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Just Langa show. Today we are talking about the introvert influencer and how you too can build your brand in an extrovert's world, even as an introvert. So it is our 64th episode. I mean, mark that down. So this is our 64th episode of Just Langa. So welcome. Okay, let us know who's in the house. If you're a regular popcooner, say popcoon. And if you're a newbie, type in noob in the comment. Let us know who you are, where you're tuning in from, and share with us what you guys want to get from today's session, the introvert influencer and how I built my brand in an extrovert's world. All right, happening right here on the Just Langa show with me, Nina, and
this is Amien from Popcorn, guys. Glad to be back. 64th episode.
64th, yeah. Welcome. Okay, so today, while waiting for you guys, there's about 10 people on LinkedIn I can see. So while waiting for you guys to let us know what is it that you guys want to get, Just Langa is where we interview the movers and shakers of the world to help you guys grow your authority, impact, and income as a thought leader, business influencer, and the authority in your respective industries. Now, in other words, we are Popcorn and we help build Southeast Asia's business influencers and thought leaders. So if this is something that excites you, you want to follow us on all our social media. Do we have all the links, Amin?
Okay. Yes, we do.
So there's several places where we're at on Facebook. So just follow us. Now, coming up next week, okay, Thursday night, we've got Alejandro, like Lady Gaga's song, Alejandro. Hey, Chewa. Somebody saying that they can see your Misai. Okay, anyway, Thursday, 9th September, we've got Alejandro Kikuchi, head of Asia at Workana, who's going to be talking about the future of work, working like it's actually 2021. What's work going to be like 2021 onwards? What is it not about anymore? Embracing change in workspace, letting go of the old ways of working. And it's super important, especially if you want to prep your business for what is to come. And we don't want to be Nokia, right? So what do you guys need to know about the future of work to help you guys stay relevant? This is the episode to watch. The week Thursday afterwards is 16th September. Happy Malaysia Day, you guys. We're going on leave. So the week after, 23rd September, it's going to be Brian Bacon, which is a bit haram, but in this word, it's okay. Brian Bacon Basilico, author and director of B2B Marketing Interactive and host of the Bacon podcast. He's going to be sharing with us relationship marketing strategies that spark your sales growth. This is for all the salespeople out there. How do you grow your sales? Not just grow, but spark it through relationship marketing. This is such an interesting topic. I can't wait. He's also an author. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that is what's happening in the month of September in Just Langa. So if this is something that excites you, definitely want to follow us on all our social media. Haley is saying that she is finally seeing Amin's Misai. Amin, show your Misai, please.
Do you want me to show my Misai?
Yeah, she can finally see it up close. Do you have some Chinese DNA and that's why it's not very apparent?
I think so too. For some reason, it's not connected. We're going to find a way to do something.
It's not connected. Okay, we need to get some hair growth thingy,
Maybe I just put some hair transplant here or something like that to work it out.
Transplant from where? I don't want to know. Okay, anyway. Okay, so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be about the introvert influencer. And if you guys want to grow your authority, impact, and income as an influencer, introverts can do it too. So this is a space for you as an introvert, thought leader, and business influencer. This is your time to shine. So that's what I'm really excited for in today's episode, because so many of you guys have reached out to me. Nina, I want to grow my authority, impact, income. I don't like talking on camera. I get really tongue-tied and stuff like that. It's not, maybe this business influencer thing is not for me because I'm an introvert. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not true at all. We have so many people that we work with who are introverts. And you know what? They found their voice. They found their space in social media, and you can too. So what is it that you guys want to get from today's session? What questions do you have? Let us know in the chat. Let us know, because we are going to get it from our speaker today. And it's not often that we get a speaker like him in the house. So you want to take advantage of that. Okay. So let us know in the comment. Hey, Angela, welcome. So, what is it that you want to get from today's session? Let me know.
I want to know this guy's secret in terms of how he can produce everything on his own with all of the cameras while riding a bicycle and doing all this crazy stuff.
So he
I,
sounds like
I
a Bollywood film actor who's like,
yeah, he's like an idol to me because I tried to do that for 1 year and I'm like, this is tough. Okay, you carry all these bags with you on a bicycle and then start traveling. He cycles. He goes to the ocean and start doing stuff as well, right? I don't know if you guys know about this. He rides horses.
Horses as well.
And yeah, so this guy is just amazing. This is like an Indiana Jones on his own.
Yeah, he's like an Indiana Jones. That's what I would say. He's an adventurer, photographer. He's like Indiana Jones mixed with Steve McCurry from Malaysia. How cool is that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah, right.
Okay. Mariam is saying, hey, Mariam, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so today, for me, I would like to know, how is it that an introvert can still leverage on social media? How did he get away with it? Because we know him personally and we know that he's shy and stuff, and yet he's on camera, you know? And we're talking not just like one-off video, we're talking like 4 seasons. Each season got 13 episodes at least, okay? So what did he do? What secret sorcery does he have? Can I have it too? Can you guys have it too? That's what I would like to know. So what is it that you guys want to learn? What is it that you guys want to ask our guest tonight? Let us know in the comment section. Okay, get it all ready. Now today you'd be living under a coconut shell or tempurung or katak di bawah tempurung if you're running a business and you're not aware that you need to be on social media and nobody is going to know about you and buy from you if you're not on social media. But what if you're an introvert? The camera starts and you suddenly go kayu, or worse, you go speechless. You're like frozen, even though you're not actually hanging. You know, you look like you're frozen, but you're not, you know, kind of thing. That's a good strategy, by the way. I mean, and you're like, or you're like, I mean, you just go constipated, or you're like me, you just overthought to make up for the fact that you're scared. Okay, how's that? You get over.
She's doing that now, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Okay, or do you gedi and flip your hair or flips your tudong, whichever. Okay, so how many of you guys do that? Or maybe you have a different side of you. What happens to you when the camera goes on? So is there a space on social media for introverts, you might ask? How can an introvert pull this off? Now, that's what tonight's episode's about. And you are about to get the inside scoop on somebody who is doing this successfully and he's still shy today, okay? And all this while unleashing your message and thought leadership to the world, even if you're an introvert and even if you're scared. So if you think this is going to be useful, share this out to everybody, tag everybody. And if you're ready, get your notes, get your pen, because we're going to dig into this tonight, okay? And once you're done with that, are you guys ready for our guest? Because I certainly am.
I have a question first before we introduce our guest. How many introverts in the house, guys?
Oh, good question.
How many of you see yourself as an introvert? Type introvert in the chat. I would love to know. If you guys see yourself as an introvert, type introvert in the chat. How many introverts do you see in the house?
Let us know. Let us know.
I know we have one here who claimed that she's an introvert.
Hey, Lisa. Welcome.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Nurul Yana, betul ke ni? Macam tak percaya.
Yeah. Sebab dia banyak tulis. If you think about it, Nurul Iyana actually writes a lot, but she doesn't do cameras. Not that I know of. Yeah. So yes, definitely. So who else is an introvert? Yeah. See,
Wendy, are you sure? Are you sure?
Wendy? I'm like, Vivian, are you an introvert? Let us know. Okay, I'm gonna
tak percaya.
Okay, I'm gonna give a huge secret. I am an introvert. I have my moments where I do not like to be friends with people. Not sure if I'm an introvert. So you either see
How many of you get it that Nina is an introvert? Stand up now. No, I don't.
I had to learn the hard way to talk. Okay. Wow. INFJT. Whew, that is a very long. Could you simplify it? I am simply just a vert. Love it. Okay. Hi, Sabrina. Okay, cool. So, who do we have in the house now? Our guest tonight is actually a good friend of ours, right? Amien, we've known him since the early days of Popcorn. We have some proof. We have just to show you that we were friends, you know. Ini trying to gain limelight from him lah. Okay, now he's a Malaysian.
He was there on our second event.
Hi, Yifang. Yeah, right? Yifang's definitely an introvert. Jonah is an introvert. Haley's an introvert. I think we all are introverts. Kind of thing. And Site Faisal is actually quite interesting. He says we're probably an ambivert. Yeah. And I still
Yeah.
have anxiety when I go on camera, before I go on camera. Yeah. Used to be an extrovert, but now introvert. Huh? Can me? Okay. Trauma lah tu. Okay. Anyway, so tonight our guest is a good friend of ours. He is a Malaysian adventurer, photographer, a filmmaker who left his comfort and routine life behind to travel the world in search of life experiences, which to him is priceless. He wanted to live on the road, calling the road his home, to live a nomadic life and see the 21st century through the eyes of a nomad. And being a nomad, he never measures time by weeks, by days, by hours or minutes, but rather he measures time by the difficulty of the terrain, the wind, and the mood of the weather. The estimated time to complete the journey is never known, and he has no clue what will happen tomorrow or even where he's going to sleep for the night. It's like crazy, right? I mean, the journey is nothing about traveling around the world on a bicycle, but it's actually to live on the road and learn to accept everything that comes in life, both the good and the bad. This sounds like going on a journey, or on a spiritual journey, right? Within and connecting with Creator. Where the heck am I going to sleep tonight? So it sounds absolutely exciting. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're not just going to be talking to a soul who's truly connected to his inner soul, who goes within, and along the way he's found his home and space, not just on national TV, but he also has a following. Okay, so Rakyat Pok Kun, are you ready to meet an adventurer in our own lifetime and still be an influencer? Please put your hands together for Zaharis. Woohoo! Welcome.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Bukan. Kena buat benda tu.
Zaharis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting.
Woo, we're so excited to have you here. Okay, Zaharis, first things first, in your own words, can you share a little bit about you and what were you doing before you became this nomad that everybody knows you for?
Okay, I try to make it short. Before I start traveling, before I start doing what I'm doing now, I was a lecturer, like just a part-time lecturer. I was teaching. I came from animation, 3D animation background. So I used to teach 3D animation, all these visual effects, photography in private college and also in one private university in Malaysia for about 4 years. And at one point of my life, I started to feel, I started to question myself, like, what am I doing in my life? And that's when I started to decide to leave everything behind and take my backpack and start traveling, which happened back in 2010. And since then, I've been traveling all the way. Sometimes I come back here once in a while. But since the year 2010, I've been traveling roughly about 10 years until the pandemic. I came back here last year on January. And for that 10 years, I've been traveling for about 50 to 60 countries. I can't actually remember. And in all that, I actually cycle about 30,000 kilometers. I travel about 30,000 kilometers on a bicycle. And also I used to travel on a forest ski from Finland to Norway. And I also used to ride horse, do horse riding from China border all the way to Tajikistan border in Kyrgyzstan in the Tian Shan mountain. And also I went for, I did some backpacking, all this like traveling and stuff. So in short, I can say it's actually that.
Right. Okay. So you came from a lecturer to going to a traveling nomad. What did you decide? Did you get dumped? Or just wondering, did you get dumped? Or were you trying to run away from something? Or was there this longing that you just couldn't explain, that you just had to do it before you kicked the bucket or something? I don't know.
Yeah, basically I'm running away from something and I'm running towards something. I'm running away from the current system that we are living now. I'm running away from the routine life, from the comfort zone, because I find it like a bit boring, you know. And
Okay.
I want to live. I want to live my life. So I'm running towards gaining experience, gaining life experience. I want to do something different. I want to be happy in life. You know, I want to really live my life before I reach my old age, so that one day, let's say right before I die, I can tell myself I live my life. So I'm running towards that, you know.
Okay, so you're running towards your freedom. How old were you when you did this? Just wondering.
I was 30 years old. It was back in 2010.
And wasn't that scary? Just wondering.
Yeah, it was actually very, very scary, but not so much, because I actually planned to do that like 2-3 years before that. And I put myself in a position where it's easy for me to live, as in like I try not to live in a comfort zone. For example, during that time, even though I was working as a lecturer, I don't actually work full time. I was only a part-time lecturer. And the reason I do that, so I know, let's say if at the end of the semester, I have to renew the contract, for example, my teaching contract. So I can have the, I mean, I'm in the position where, okay, should I renew my contract or I just need to go? Even the small things, for example, like I don't even get postpaid, for example, for my phone. I just get prepaid. So every time when I want to make a call, sometimes I have to go to 7-Eleven, you know, and get the prepaid, you know. Even that small thing, I actually do that. And it was quite easy because I don't have, I mean, I have many friends, but I don't have close friends, you know. I feel very lonely here, you know. I don't have a relationship. I don't have a girlfriend here during that time. So it was like, if I leave, basically like it's quite easy for me.
Wow. So you kind of lived your life so that it was easy for you to just go from the get-go kind of thing.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That means you really knew you wanted to travel. Okay, I have a question. Let's say somebody has this innermost desire like you. They have a dream, but they're so scared to do it. What were some of the things that you did to help get you to just push you to that next level to go for your dream? No turning, or like, okay, DG said this, DG prepaid, no turning back. That was an advert moment. Shh. Okay, yes.
I think first, okay, like I mean, I'm talking from my experience. I try not to have so many things here, and then it's just my my way of thinking. My way of thinking, like I was happy person back then because I think that one day I will achieve my dream. That's the only thing. I mean, I wasn't happy with my job. I wasn't happy with everything. So like, in order for me to reach my happiness, that's the only way.
Wow.
That's the only way.
Okay.
And basically, it's actually my childhood dream. I keep my childhood dream. So I have to say that even right now, even though I'm 41 years old, but I think I'm still a child stuck in a adult body, you know. Yeah. So that's what I really think about myself. And I think if we really want to achieve our dream, like we have to be in a position where either we try or we just die, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I
really want
before we ask any question, I think just to set the context for those of you who do not know Zaharis, let's just show them the trailer. Or what are some of the stuff
let's
that
do
you
that.
did. Can we do that? Let's do that.
Yes,
That's a quick one, guys.
That would have been my next question. Okay, but yes, check out this trailer, guys, because he actually, 3 years after you started traveling solo, because of your skills, you were able to come out with a series of travel logs for Al Hijrah. Let's check this out.
Yep.
Let's check it out.
Aku meneruskan kehidupanku di jalanan. Menjalani kehidupanku sebagai seorang nomad. Melihat warna-warna kehidupan. Melihat dunia ini daripada pandangan seorang pengembara. Hidupku umpama angin yang bertiup, sentiasa bergerak tanpa arah tuju. Untuk mengenal erti kehidupan, mencari pengalaman hidup yang amat berharga bagiku dan menyaksikan segala keindahan yang berada di bawah langit yang terbentang luas.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to put a note to that, there is no film crew, right? He's traveling on a bicycle.
Bicycle lah, not motorbike.
Bicycle lah, not motorbike. Everything's been done on his own. That means if you travel from one place to another, and then he needs to go back and take the camera again, and all that stuff. Mind blown. Okay, yang tu memang mind blown. Okay,
yeah. So he is, I would say, the father of all YouTubers, I would say. And he's bigger than the father of YouTubers because his quality of footage is for TV, okay, not for YouTube. Okay, yes. Okay. The word is wow. And then Perthpal is saying...
It's not a camera phone, guys.
Yeah, it's not a camera phone. Because this is what year, Zaharis? 20?
That trailer was 2014.
Yes. So, Perthpal, this is your level. Okay, ni tahap dewa. Okay, when we talk about content, this is tahap dewa.
If you want to talk about tech gear, talk to him.
Okay. So, while we're talking about this, guys, if you are blown away, you need to follow this man. YouTube, can we put the links?
I put.
Okay. Follow him on YouTube. Follow him on Instagram. How he makes his money is from YouTube. So please follow the guy. Are you selling the video? Which video are you talking about, Dr. Nurul? Dr. Nurul is asking, are you selling the video?
Okay. Before this, I made into a documentary, like 13 episodes, half an hour show, and I sold it to TV station in Malaysia, which is TV Al Hijrah, and Singapore, which is Surya channel.
Okay. Yep. So you were selling to those two, and Artika is saying 2014 with that quality. My God, yang naik basikal tu, yes, yang naik basikal tu sayang. Mate, I want to be your bicycle tire. This is Papa. Yes, Papa, you want to be his bicycle tire. Okay, guys, the other thing that he does to monetize is he actually does trips, right?
Yeah. I do
so
trips.
So if you guys want to go on a popcorn trip, which Amien wants to go, he wants to lead with Zaharis, get your mula ready, okay? Then we can do a popcorn trip with Zaharis. Okay? Get your camera ready. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. So since we're talking about that, so before he started, wow, when are you going lagi, che? See, he also itching to go, don't worry. Okay? So what set kind of thing. Okay, cool. So now, how did your dengan basikal aku jelajah happened with Al Hijrah? How did you pitch it? I mean, what was your plan with it? You were already a filmmaker because you were teaching it, right? And what was your goal and how many seasons did you do? Yeah, could you share with us?
It started, actually everything started without like any intention. When I first cycled back in the year 2010, why I use bicycle, actually it's not even my plan. I started cycling because I had no money. That's the only reason why I choose bicycle to travel, because back then I don't want to travel 2 months, 3 months. I want to travel 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But and then when I look at my bank account, I only had like 6,000 ringgit back then, and I know within 2 months, 3 months I'm going to finish the money. So that's how I started on a bicycle, and then I started writing blog. When I started sharing, I'm not a writer, I'm not all this. And then when I started writing, I begin to enjoy it. I share my journey through writings and pictures on my blog back then in the year 2010, which is zaharis.com now. And then at first, like only 8 people reading my blog a day, you know, my sister, my friends. And then after a while, more and more people started to read my blog until I reached like thousands. And 4 months later, I was contacted by National Geographic. They want me to write an article on Net Geo Travel, National Geographic Traveler or something like that, back in 2010 September. I appeared 4 pages on Net Geo. And then from there, I started to have idea, like I think I want to share in terms of film, because I don't feel like pictures and words can really represent my travel. So I want to record a video, you know. And that's how I ended up with so at first I contacted all the TV station, and you know, I had no contacts back in Malaysia, you know, because I was abroad for so long. So I just go to their website and start emailing, you know, when I see the email, the info@tv3.com, you know, something like that. So I just emailed, and nobody actually replied. And then one day TV Al Hijrah actually replied to me, and then I called them, and then I said I have a proposal. So, you know, like I don't even know anything. I don't even know how to write a proposal. So I just go to YouTube and start learning how to write the best proposal, blah, blah. And then I went to meet them, and somehow I managed to impress them without any videos. I only had photos back then. Okay. And then they really like, it's not because of the quality of my photos, but the places that I went. The people that I met along the road, because that time I showed them the pictures of Tibet, Xinjiang people, you know, of these Afghan people, and then they really like it. So that's how I ended up with TV Al Hijrah. Even then, they actually, I didn't actually sign any contract with TV Al Hijrah. They only agreed, but they don't pay me any money, you know. So I went to the Arctic back in 2012, which is on the 3rd year of my traveling. And it was very, very difficult because
this is like the North Pole Arctic kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking, just putting it out there for you guys.
Yeah, so I spent a year in the Arctic, almost a year. Yeah, basically a year, 12 months in the Arctic. I started from Iceland, ending in Norway, and then because the reason why they are not confident with me, even though they like my idea, my proposal, they are not confident because I told them, okay, I'm a one person, you know, I'm just one person. I'm gonna travel on a bicycle. I'm gonna record myself. I'm gonna film myself. I'm gonna do the editing, everything myself, the script, everything myself, and I'm gonna produce 13 episodes of half an hour show documentary. They were like, and have you done anything like that before? No, you know.
Okay,
so
got it.
But they liked the idea, and then they told me, okay, just go. So I have to do everything myself, and then from there, when I was in Scotland, I made a trailer. Probably I can show the trailer first.
Yes, please.
So I share the
So,
screen.
Papa, are you ready for the trailer?
This is basically my first trailer. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Oh, yeah, can. Okay, you get the trailer out and then we'll share it.
I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
This one. Okay. This one, right? Okay. So
this is the Virgin
my
trailer, right?
This is my very first video back in 2012. The first one.
Perasaan untuk mengembara amat kuat di dalam diriku. Ada sebabnya aku melakukan pengembaraan sebegini. Ada sebabnya mengapa aku meninggalkan semuanya. Pekerjaanku, keselesaan hidupku, keluargaku, rakan-rakanku, untuk melihat keindahan alam ciptaan Tuhan. Untuk mencari pengalaman hidup, untuk merealisasikan impian hidupku. Tiada siapa yang memaksaku untuk melakukan semua ini. Ini adalah pilihanku sendiri. Jika aku tidak lakukan semua ini, aku akan menyesal bila tiba di hari tuaku. Ada yang pernah berkata kepadaku, bila aku keluar dari rutin kehidupanku, dari keselesaan hidupku, menjadi orang asing di bumi yang asing, disitulah aku mula belajar erti kehidupan. Disitulah bermulanya pengalaman hidupku yang sebenar. Disitulah aku mula keluar dari kelalaian hidup ini dan menyedarkan aku ada suatu kuasa yang lebih besar jauh di atas sana. Sesat di jalanan membantu aku mencari diriku sendiri. Tiada kejayaan tanpa kesusahan. Aku tidak tahu jika aku dapat mencari jawapan kepada semua persoalan yang timbul di dalam hidupku. Tetapi aku akan sentiasa mencarinya.
Wow. Okay, so you showed that, and what happened?
And then finally they told me, okay, we can actually let me stop sharing. Okay, now the contract is ready, so you can sign it and you can start paying, yeah.
Oh my god, that's so
And
funny.
I was like, this is good. So finally I have money because I was really traveling on a budget. I use whatever equipment I have. I use that time I used Canon 5D to film the whole season.
Wow.
And without
And
much
that is not light, huh?
sorry?
That's a heavy equipment. The Canon 5D itself is huge.
Yep. I actually in the Arctic I carry very heavy in the Arctic because it was really, really cold. Sometimes, I mean, the coldest for me in the Arctic, I used to camp at minus 36. All my equipments, my camera battery lasts only like below 10 minutes, sometimes because it was really cold. But after I got paid, I was like, oh, this is good. Finally, I have money. So I don't need to
Zaharis,
drink water from the river again or drink I have to melt the snow and drink the snow, That's how I survive.
Zaharis, I remember you told us this story before, but I think just for the benefit of everyone,
The shaking, right? Is it?
how much do you spend before you got paid?
Yeah.
Okay, I spent about okay, like this. I actually spent about 20 plus, something like that. Before that, when
Okay, that's like 1,000, right? Not ringgit. Just to clarify.
yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Ringgit, yeah. Before that, I survived for 9 months, about 6,000 ringgit, including purchasing my bicycle, everything, for 9 months. And then in the Arctic, 9 months. The first one is it was easy because I was in Asia. I was in China, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan. The second one, it was quite expensive because Iceland is very expensive country. Sweden and Norway is even more expensive, especially Norway. And I remember at one point I almost finished my money. And then I got sponsored by Norwegian government, Norwegian companies from Norway, and then the TV stations start paying. So, good. Seriously,
Wow.
good.
Awesome. So all that you spent, what, 6,000 you said? Is it? No.
The first time when I start traveling, I spent about 6, including purchasing the bicycle, everything, modify the bicycle.
And where did you go with 6,000 ringgit?
Sorry?
How long did you last? Which countries did you go?
9 months.
9
Where do you
months.
go? Yeah.
9 months, but 6 months only in China. And I was traveling on the rural area of China, which is the west of China. I mean, I started from Chengdu. That's my starting point. And then I end in Kyrgyzstan. So I traveled through Tibet, the Taklamakan Desert, Xinjiang, all this. And then I went to Kazakhstan, make one round Kyrgyzstan, all this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically I spend roughly, sometimes I even spend like 4 ringgit a day, sometimes more, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. A question from a producer: how many lens on average do you carry, and what's your horror stories of recording a shot?
Okay, when I first started back in 2012, season 1, I carried 2 lenses, 1635 and 24-105 or 24-70. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Itu
And
je.
then-
Okay. And your
Yeah.
horror stories?
Sorry?
Your horror stories
Oh,
for
a lot.
recording one shot.
Recording. During recording, not much. Okay, actually, my documentary doesn't really represent my travel, because I only take out my camera when everything is safe, when I feel safe,
Okay.
So like all the like the near death experience, all that actually happen when my camera is inside my bag.
Bag. Because it's not planned for, I guess.
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, like when I think again, sometimes when I want to narrate my near death experience, for example, when I fell inside the frozen river, or I got attacked by a pack of wolves, for example, I don't have any footage, because imagine
The
like
moment's gone.
wolves, instead of taking my camera, I will take my knife, or my horse saddle, for example, things like that. So yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't
Wait,
really
you got
represent
attacked by wolf? You got attacked by wolf?
Yeah.
You went into the cold river? Okay, what?
Yeah. In
Oh,
fact,
yeah.
I heard
A
you
lot.
almost died several times.
Yeah, many
There's
times.
actually an
Many times.
article. So how many times?
I can't remember. Wait, I almost got hit by a truck in a tunnel, in a dark tunnel in northern Norway. Almost got hit by a bus in Tibet when I was climbing Tibet. I fell inside a river. I was drowned inside a river in the Himalayas, in the Indian Himalaya. Okay, those are my near-death experience. And then I got beaten by police. I got robbed by police. All these stories.
All the stories you hear. Okay.
A lot of stories. Yeah.
How do you survive? What's your advice to survive such ordeal?
It's actually very difficult. You just have to keep going. I mean, I don't have any tips for that because when that happened, I'm just afraid. But okay, for example, when I got beaten by police, for example, I try not to show my fear, because when I show my fear, they will somehow enjoy it. They will do more to you. So I just act confident, and then at the same time, I just act like a victim. When I got beaten, I just make myself like I'm in pain, like please help me. But I try not to show my fear.
Right.
And this happened to animals and even to human.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
even to wolves, all that, dogs, all these things. Like you don't show your fear.
Okay, cool. Okay, I have a question, because normally, like what Amien said earlier, that whole thing, normally we have 30 people shooting travel log. You're doing that one person. You want to take that shot so far, so who to set up the camera? Like, is it challenging to shoot? What it's hard. It's a one-man show on a bike. So how do you do it?
Okay. I have one advantage because I have all the time. For example, I used to appear in one documentary called Nomad for RTM. They came with a crew. This happened last year. The total filming took only a month to produce 13 episodes. But when I did it myself dengan basikal aku menjelajah for TV Al Hijrah, it took me 1 whole year to produce 13 episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
So 9 months of filming, 3 months of editing. So that 9 months, when I first started in 2012, when I started filming in Iceland, after 2 months filming in Iceland, I start thinking how many episodes I can actually make from my filming. I have no idea. So only when I went after Iceland, I went to Scotland. Only then I started to compile all my footages, the one that I can use, and also during that time I know now I can produce only 4 episodes. I have 9 more episodes to go. So that's how I do it. So basically, I can say that for one episode, it took me about 3 weeks roughly to film one episode, and I have to have a lot of motivation because that time I was thinking, even though I'm one man, I want to be the best, and
Right. Okay.
on the
Ni
first season,
pepal ni.
because I want to keep doing, because to me it was like my only chance. If I can survive this one, I can produce more and more. I mean, the TV station gonna like it. So I was thinking, I want, even though it's one man, I want people to think that there are a lot of crews actually following me. So I have to be very hardworking. Put the camera on a tripod, and then I cycle away from the camera, and then take the camera, put it in front, and cycle towards the camera, put it aside, and cycle sideways. I have to do all this shot. I have to think about all this shot, which looks like there are many cameras actually following me, but actually it was just me. But it was very challenging because sometimes I don't have the motivation. Imagine like at -25, for example, it was really cold. My fingers couldn't move as fast as this. It feels like frozen. Even to take out my camera from my bag, requires a lot of motivation, because it was extremely cold. When I cycle, I don't want to stop because once I stop cycling, I will feel very cold. So I was like, should I actually film this area, this part? And sometimes I have to think up, maybe not, maybe tomorrow, So it requires a lot of motivation.
Wow. Okay. You also told me a story. I remember you sharing with us a story about you riding on the horse and the shot that took so long to take because you forgot something. Can you share with us about that?
No,
do you remember that one?
Yeah. Okay. It's not that I forgot something. Okay. At first, I thought filming myself on a bicycle alone was difficult until I started horse riding.
Okay.
When I started horse riding, on a bicycle it's simple. I just take my tripod, put the camera, press the record, and then cycle away and come back. But on a horse, it was very difficult because I have to tie the front 2 legs. I have to tie the legs.
Okay.
So I have to get down from the horse, and then I have to tie the horse legs, and then I have to take my tripod from another horse because I was traveling with 2 horses, one for me, one for my luggage. Take all the stuff, and then start recording, and then sometimes I have to take my horse, and then sometimes my horse will go another way instead of this way, And there was once it happened where I got so lazy to tie my horse legs. So what happened was I didn't tie my horse legs at all. So I went to hill. I was setting up my tripod, and then my horses start running away.
So you lost your horse?
Yes. So I have to put all the camera inside my bag and take my tripod and start running towards the horse. I actually have to run for 4 kilometers to catch my horse. And it's not flat, it's mountains, it's a mountain in Kyrgyzstan,
Okay.
high altitude.
Okay.
And I was like, crazy, and then after 4 kilometers, I finally got to catch my horse. I took the rope, come on, and then, and so that took me how many, I think like more than an hour, to get all the process and then bring back to the place because I really want that shot. So I have to go back to that place and then tie the horse again. And then do everything. And then the shot is actually only 3 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. So with that, I would also like to add, for those of you who give us hell for asking you to do videos or shots and to post, please rethink your life, okay? Based on what you just heard. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
Yeah, then complain lah, difficult lah, all
Complain
that
lah,
lah,
this
right?
lah. Wait till you go with Zaharis. He's going to make you take 3-second shot that takes you to go climb a mountain where you need Renee to coach you, okay? How to climb a mountain. Okay, cool. Now, Zaid is asking, do you intend to write a book?
Yeah, actually. Okay. 2018, I started writing a book, and then I didn't publish it because I started thinking, nowadays nobody read books. I started thinking like that, and I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I don't need to publish, and then I'm thinking maybe in order to share my experience, maybe I should do video instead. So that's how I ended up doing my YouTube videos now. Until recently, people start commenting, telling me like, hey, you should really write a book. And I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I will continue writing a book. So like, I'm doing it now actually.
Okay, so like a real book, like an e-book?
A real book.
Real book, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a theme in your mind, a preset theme while doing your shootings, or does it come after when you are doing the edit? Justin
Comes after, yeah.
It comes
When,
after. Okay.
During filming, I'm actually too tired to think about all this. I'm too tired. So I just film everything I can. I just film, okay, for example, if I want to film myself now, for example, I will film from long shot and then medium shot and then like really close up for creative shots. I have to think, sometimes I just think, what else can I do? So I just film everything. So during editing, I can have the creativity, I have all the resources. Let's say if I have a music, what kind of mood I want. So sometimes I just act like I'm just looking far away, with a slow music, and then sometimes like with a drum, I just imagine, okay, so now I have to push my bike, go uphill, do all this kind of action. So I just try to do everything I can during filming, but I don't think about any theme. It
right,
comes
until after. Okay, got it. Okay, so now let's get into the gist of today's episode. You are a filmmaker. Being a filmmaker behind the scene and being in front of the camera, those are two different things, right? And you're also an introvert, right? You're shy.
Yeah.
On top of that. So how do you shoot like 4 freaking episodes while being an introvert? Please enlighten us. And
Four
you're
season, not
basically-
4 episode, okay?
Yeah, 4 season kali 13 episode satu season, okay? And there's a 5 and then
Orang
one
malu-malu
on
boleh
a
buat.
horse. One on a freaking horse, okay, that runs away. Okay.
Yeah,
So
what's your
how-
secret sauce? What's
Yeah,
your secret formula? We want to know.
sorcery, Zaharis? We would like to know. Yes.
Okay, I tried to do everything. At first, I tried to do like vlogging style. Back, it started back in 2012. I tried to talk in front of the camera, like blah blah blah. And then when I look at the footage, no, I'm not gonna publish this. No, way. First
Why?
of all, when I look at myself in front of the camera, like no, I'm not gonna let people see this face.
Why? Sorry,
I'm
just
just a
wondering.
normal person. I'm not like an
Yeah.
actor. And then I don't like my own voice when I hear it. Like no way. So what I did, I just filmed everything myself. I never talked in front of the camera actually. And then
So
So
wait.
I just-
This whole 4 season, you never talk in front of the camera.
okay, at one point I did.
Okay, and then what happened?
Okay, actually, when I look at myself talking in front of the camera, I'm like this, like no, no.
Okay.
When my documentary was on air in TV Al Hijrah, I actually didn't watch it.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
too
I
shy.
get what you
Yeah,
mean.
okay.
I'm like you. I don't watch my own film. So okay. So then how do you manage it? So what do you do? Yeah.
Yeah, so basically I just because it's my documentary is not really about me. Okay, it's about me traveling, but it's not really to show myself. It's about I'm showing the beauty of nature, what I see. That's number one. And then I'm just showing what I do, like it's just my action, cycling, pitching my tent, feeding my horse, things like that. It's not like really I'm showing myself like, hey, look at me, like it's not really about that. So I've at one point I feel like I don't really care how I look because I'm traveling, I supposed to be dirty.
You're supposed to look like shit, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So it doesn't matter, Yeah. So it's not really about myself, then it's fine.
Wow. Okay. So I guess what you're trying to say is that it's not about you, yet it's about you, but it's more like you're showing people, hey, come and see my point of view as I'm traveling.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
about
the
my
focus,
experience.
it's about your experience from your eyes. So it makes a lot of sense because the view mostly is of other things and of you doing the things, right? Yeah. I mean, do you have anything to add to that? I mean, tak dengar.
I think a lot of people are also having that problem, right? Where they hate their own voice and they don't like their own face and all that. And I think I have that as well. So whenever you, I mean, Nina also never watch her own show. Okay. But
Until today, I don't watch my own film.
yeah. But so what would be your advice for people who are going through that? Because you've gone through this, right? What would be your advice if people want to start doing this? If there's one advice that you can give to them, what would that be?
To me, okay, two things. Basically, just do it. That's number one. And second, try not to really show. I mean, it's not really about you, but it's about your artwork. It's about what you do. Let's say if you are talking about you're doing review about camera, for example. People, you have to understand, people just want to know about the camera. It's not really they want to check whether your grammar is correct, or it's really about you, how you pronounce the English words. It doesn't matter, all this thing. Like, I don't care about all this, because you just want to share your knowledge. You just want to share your perspective about this reality from your point of view. So it's just about that.
Love it.
I have a question. I have a follow-up question.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, I have a follow-up question to this. So with all of the work that you do and all that, ada orang kecap tak?
Banyak tak?
Banyak tak?
Surprising, not much.
Okay.
Yeah,
and why do they kecap? What do they do? What do they say? Just wondering.
Only at first they say that I'm wasting my life.
Wow.
I'm wasting my life. And then, for example, probably some people even complain about my English. Is grammar is wrong, blah blah, things like that. What else? Mostly. But this happened in the beginning. Mostly in the beginning. Now,
the beginning.
Yeah. Now somehow people don't complain. I mean, I don't receive bad comments anymore. Like, wow. Surprising.
And okay, I have a question. And your viewers, are they local Malaysians or they're from everywhere?
From my YouTube, when I see about 80% Malaysians.
Wow. Okay.
Right,
okay.
right.
That would have come in from the Dengan Basikal Aku Jelajah, I guess, from there.
Yep.
Okay, so that really helped you. Okay, so in your opinion, as an introvert, what does it take to be successful on media? What can I, as an introvert, do?
Okay, for me, right? From my experience, what happened was because I went traveling. At first, when I was in Malaysia, I'm kind of introvert because of a few reasons. One is maybe I'm a bit shy. I mean, with my school friends, for example, because they know me since school days, they know I'm the shy type of person. And then maybe at the same time, with my friends here, sometimes I don't really feel connected. Somehow. I mean, we are friends, but the topic they are talking and the topic I'm interested is not the same. But when I went traveling, when I meet people in other countries, in Europe, in China, in America, all that, because they are totally strangers, so there's no point of me to be shy to them. Like I can finally find myself. I can redefine myself because they are totally stranger. When I shake hand with them, the only thing that they know is my name and which country I'm from. So they never judge me. And from there, it's easy for me to redefine myself. It's easy for me to create another character or, whatever it is. So from there, I started to become more confident. So that's one. And then, so when I start sharing, like I said just now, when I start sharing about my travel, I share the pictures of mountains, about mountain lake, or desert, so it's not really about me, only sometimes me standing there, So wait, I feel kind of lost now. Okay, so so because of that, I don't really feel really shy anymore. And then
So it's
after-
like you sharing something that, oh my God, this is, you check out this mountain. So the focus
Yeah.
is on the scenery and the stuff rather than on you, right?
And then I got motivated because more and more people start liking it, and then I started to get used to it. After a while, I don't really feel really shy anymore. Sometimes, and then I started thinking about the experience that I had. It was actually very interesting. When I start sharing it, people actually like it, so
Okay.
it kind of motivates me.
So I guess what you're trying to say is that the focus is not really on you, but on your experiences,
Yeah.
right?
If
Yeah.
I tell about myself, then even now I feel like I have nothing to
Yeah,
share.
immediately your face is like, oh, shy kind of thing, right?
Imagine
Yeah.
this is someone who already produces quite a lot of stuff, and he still feels
4
that he's not.
seasons, okay?
He
4
doesn't even have
seasons.
things to share. Gila.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
have a question. Have there been any time that you feel you want to give up?
Yes.
Yeah. If yes, how do you overcome that?
Okay. Surprising. Actually, I almost give up only the first 2 weeks when I started traveling, and that's all. The first 2 weeks, like I mentioned earlier, I use a bicycle not because I love bicycle or not because I love cycling or I'm an athlete. I'm a smoker. I just eat chicken curry. I eat rice. All this kind of thing. I mean, I don't have any special diet. The reason I use bicycle because I had no money. That's all. So when I first started cycling, imagine only the first 2 days. I started from Chengdu. The first 2 days it was flat. The third day I started to climb Tibet. It took me 11 days of climbing, from 800 meters in Chengdu to 5,000 meters in Tibet. You know how high it is. So the first 2 weeks when I was climbing, I actually cried. Like a baby, and I told myself, why am I doing this really stupid thing? At that time, I feel like I just want to throw away my bicycle, take the bus back and back to Chengdu and buy a flight ticket back to Malaysia. I feel like doing it. But then how I overcome it, I set my my mind that if I go back, basically I'm just dead. Because I will go back to my routine, which I don't want. I will go back to the system, which I don't want. I want to live this life. The only way is to look forward. If I die, I die. That's in my mind. And then, okay, why I cried? That time, I was climbing. The third day, fourth day, fifth day, the road was never flat, never go down. It's all climbing. And then I stopped in a food stall at the roadside on the way to Tibet from the Sichuan mountain. A very small food stall, and then I ordered lunch. And then I took my laptop. I watched the picture of my grandma and video of my grandma like talking to me, and then I miss her. And then suddenly I miss everything back home. And then I started crying like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Why am I doing this? Okay. Yeah, basically that's all. But after I cried, I feel strong somehow, and I keep going. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So it was the thought of going back that would have been a prison or would have been death for you that kept you moving forward. Okay.
And
I love
this is amazing, because I remember going to Tibet on a trip, and there was this one time we were at this one place where it's just like cabins and all that, right? And that night, the wind was so strong, I can't sleep. Even though it's very comfortable, we even have like heaters and all that in that cabin. But I can't imagine how you do this while cycling and also at the same time shooting videos and all that. Crazy, like you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ridwan is saying, this is Ridwan Yusuf is saying, you know, from the haters comment, actually you are creating your life instead of wasting it, as opposed to what the critics are saying. So it's true, right? Yeah, amazing.
True.
Thank you for the insight, Ridwan. Okay, so now looking back, you're a completely different person now from when you started, right? That shy person. You're kind of thing. I have a question. So with this, you kind of have to see yourself. So what's your advice for people who is getting interviewed and stuff like that? How do you overcome that shyness? For something like this. This is a talk show where we interview you. The focus is kind of on you. So what's the story you tell yourself to? Damn it, I'm langaring this.
Okay, for me, personally, it was actually quite difficult to overcome this shyness. I was lucky because traveling made me different. Because, like I said, because I meet different person from different countries. Somehow meeting all these kind of people, especially people like me as well who travel. That actually helps because people who. When you meet people who don't look down on you or judge you or something like that, actually you can create confidence. So like, as for me, try to make your circle of friends bigger. For example, let's say if you have only one circle of friends who always bring you down, just find another one. Like make it bigger and bigger and bigger. At least I'm talking from my experience, not from books. So that this is really happened to me. That's what happened to me, and it really helped me.
Yeah, I think that's really important what you said, because especially as a content creator, we need to get that support. So if your friends are dissing you, you need new friends. Get rid of them. Bitch slap them. If not, get me to bitch slap them for you. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Find new friends. Dump the old one. Okay. So Amien, any other questions before we go into the rapid fire? Because it is now 9:32. Tak dengar, Amien?
I remember this one story that you told us a long time ago, right? The first few days where you are starting your journey and then you actually don't want to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it that push you to actually say, you know what, screw this, I'm just gonna do this? Okay. What was it? Because I remember you were in Chengdu for a while, and then you were in the hotel and then you didn't want to go, right?
Oh yeah, you didn't want to go out. So what made you move?
Okay, the same reason why I cried when I was cycling in Tibet. Okay, I started my journey in Chengdu. That was my starting point back in 2010. I stayed in one guest house. So, like I said, I only had 6,000 back then. So when I arrived Chengdu, I did 3 things. I bought a book learning Mandarin. I bought a bicycle. I bought a detailed map of West China. These 3 things, and so I was ready basically. So I was stuck in Chengdu in the same guest house for 8 days. During that 8 days, I was actually busy looking at the map, trying to find my way to Tibet, and I was studying Mandarin language. So I wanted to start cycling on the first day. And then I look at the clouds. Oh, it's gonna rain today. No, go tomorrow. So I delay one day. The next day, I look at in the morning after breakfast. I went out from the guest house, from the hostel, and then I look at the cloud. Oh, it's gonna rain today. Okay, no, go tomorrow. The weather not gonna be good today. So I did that for 1 whole week. Every day I will do the same thing. I will do the same thing. Actually, it's not the weather. I mean, Chengdu is very foggy place, It's
so every day like that.
And then I started thinking, hey, I'm just staying here in Chengdu, in this place. I started to get bored here. I don't gain any experience here. And then I have to pay for my accommodation. I have to pay for my food. My money is depleting, and I don't have any experience yet. That's it. I'm gonna go. So on the 8th day in the morning, right after breakfast, I don't care anymore. I took all my bags, put inside my bike, put it on my bike. I don't even know how to put the bags on my bike. I just stack all the bags, and then I just tie the shoelace, and I just go. And yeah, so it's just that because I don't want to look back, and I know if I keep waiting, my money I will finish my money. So I just go,
Right. And there's so many different reasons to keep us to stay safe, right? If you think about it.
Yeah, we do that to ourselves a lot too sometimes.
Yeah. And then also I think I know it's gonna be dangerous when I go. I know it's gonna be dangerous, but then I feel that that's what I want, when I start thinking like I want to go to the danger, because like in my experience, I really feel alive when I was in near death experience. This is really what happened to me. I really feel alive.
Okay.
It is true somehow. And somehow one of the things that I got from my travel is that I really appreciate life when I always think about death. Okay, I know this doesn't sound nice, thinking about death, but seriously, when we start thinking about death, somehow it helps us to appreciate life more. I don't know why, but yeah, it is. Seriously, yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's
What is it that they say?
Something like, okay, let's say if I know I'm gonna live 1,000 years, for example, I don't want to wake up tomorrow morning and look at the sunrise, because I know I still have 1,000 years to go. I don't want to finish my SPM at the age of 17. I don't want to, let's say, I don't want to graduate at the age of 23. Maybe I graduate at the age of 120, for example. Who cares? Because I still have 1,000 years to go. But I know that maybe my lifespan just gonna be about 60 years old, or even I might even die tomorrow. So like I really have to live now, So somehow that's how.
Okay, fantastic. Any questions? I'm gonna go into a rapid fire.
Before you go, one last final question.
Any questions, guys?
Yeah. Biggest life lesson for you from all of this?
Biggest life lesson. That's actually a lot. I don't know how to start.
Okay,
but that's
3.
one. Okay,
3.
but yeah, that's one. When I know it sounds like funny, thinking about death, but that actually for me is very important. And then another thing for me is like, know your dream and try to, how do I say? Okay, because this is what happened to me before when I started to do all this. Like what I'm doing now is actually because of this, because I really, really want to live my dream, even though it was my childhood dream. Basically, these are all my childhood dream. Okay, the story is like this. I don't have any role model like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, for example. It's not my role model is not real person. Funny, my real model is like characters from movie. For example, my role model is like Captain Jack Sparrow, for example, because I really like his character. Like he can lose a ship and his whole crew, and he can still be cool about it and take the rum and start drinking it, even after losing his whole ship, Okay, I know that for adult people, their role model is more like real person. But as for me, I'm like a child. My role model is like Captain Jack Sparrow, for example. And then my childhood dream is when I was young, when I watched movies, I got so motivated by watching movies. For example, when I watched Braveheart, for example, I feel like one day I want to ride a horse with my girlfriend and maybe get married in the jungle at night, for example. I find it very romantic. And then when I watch what movie, like Kung Fu movie, Once Upon a Time in China, I think. That time I was thinking, one day when I grow up, I want to go to Wudang Mountain and find a Shaolin temple, and I want to learn Shaolin Kung Fu. And actually, that's what I did back in 2019. I actually emailed one Shaolin master in Wudang Mountain, actually. And then I want to learn Shaolin. I said that I want to go to your temple and learn Shaolin. And he was actually trying to help me, to get the visa, 1-year China visa, so that I can stay in that place and learn. And I was thinking to do a documentary about it, like 13 episodes about it. But it didn't happen. Yeah. It just didn't
but
happen.
you did go there and learn.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. You got to do it now.
Yeah. One day I might do it, and then
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Amelia is saying, sounds like my son talking. Oh my God, you can connect them together. They can go together.
Yeah. So like, imagine I'm at 41 years old, like I shouldn't be talking like this, I know, but I don't know. It's just me. Like, for example, also in the year 2019, I wanted to sail around the world, and I know that I couldn't buy a boat. I didn't have money, so I actually wanted to build my own. And then I actually went halfway. I went to Portugal to learn sailing from the Portuguese. I went to the US. I started learning things. I did a lot of things to achieve that dream. So basically, like, for me, this is just me. Just my advice from my perspective. Try to keep your childhood dream, because your childhood dream is the real pure dream. When you grow up, you started to live in within the system. You start to live inside the system. You started to follow other people. Your dream might not be pure anymore. It might be, like, I want
Somebody else's dream.
My dream is to drive a Ferrari, for example, because you have been brainwashed that having a Ferrari is like showing that you are rich, but actually that's not really what your soul want. That's what I think.
So your
Deep
advice,
stuff. This is deep stuff,
yeah,
man.
your
I love
advice
that.
is to follow, to I would say, to live your life to the fullest and follow that childhood dream. So you know what? We at Popcorn are waiting for that Kung Fu Master Shaolin Temple in Wudang. Kind of like Po the Panda film. 13 episodes coming out. That's gonna be, I don't know, season what of Dengan Basikal Aku Jelajah.
Maybe on YouTube,
yeah, on YouTube. Why not, right? That sort of thing. So
I think Zaharis is more than just bicycle, because he's doing stuff
definitely.
that.
If you
Yeah,
think
it's
about
like-
it, you are like the sole adventurer kind of thing. Everything you've always wanted to do, you wanted to ride a horse, you did it. You wanted to travel the world, you did it. You wanted to go, see the world in a boat, you did it, right? You
even spend time with the Bajau people in Sabah, right? And then you were still
Bajau and Sulu people. Yeah, I stay with them.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for that Kung Fu Master film to come out, kind of thing, Yeah.
One
So I
day.
guess we'll be waiting for the YouTube. Yeah. So what's your advice for those who want to create content but don't know where to start? What's your 3 advice to them?
Okay, first, just start. Because when I first started, I have no direction. I just put whatever video that I have. And okay. So to make it short, first, just start, and second, you really have to like what you are doing, because if you really like what you're doing, it's your content is gonna be pure, like it's really pure, and make sure it really comes from you. For example, like what I'm doing back then, I had no reference, I had no role model that time, so I had no. I mean, like now we can see a lot of example.
Yes.
Back then, I was like, how? Because when I watched Net Geo, no, this is not what I wanted to do. Like the Net Geo kind of thing. So I just okay, maybe I get this idea from Net Geo, a bit from here. So I just create my own, and I find my direction along the way.
Right.
So basically, I just start, and then make sure you really like what you're doing. And the third one is actually very difficult to do. I even have problem doing it. The third one is you have to be consistent. This is the most difficult thing. I'm just saying it, I'm just saying it. But even me, sometimes I want to post 2 videos a week, for example, while doing YouTube. But sometimes I like this week, I only do 1 video a week, for example. It's very difficult.
Honey, 1 video is good. Trust me. One video is good. Yeah. So yeah, you guys heard that, right? 3 things. Number 1, just langgar. Number 2, be authentic. Number 3, be consistent. Yeah, actually, there's number 4. The number 3 is you tweak along the way. You will find your voice, and you might be doing something just like us in Popcorn. We never had any reference, so we carved our own way. That's what business influencers and thought leaders do. You go where no man has gone before. You chart your own stars, okay? And number 4, be consistent. Okay, kind of say. Oh, somebody's asking a question. Did you went to Azores Island when you were in Portugal?
Oh no! I was only in the mainland.
Only in the mainland. Okay, got it. Okay, moving forward, what does the future hold for Zaharis? What's next for you?
I think I want to produce content only for social media, only for YouTube. This is what I think because
Nice. Okay.
for example, I know I can make more money if I sell my documentary to TV station, for example, but there are many rules, this kind of thing.
Yes.
And then, like, for example, I have to follow all these rules. And at the same time, for example, if I if I finish my video now, for example, people can watch it only 6 months later, for example, or my friends from abroad, they cannot watch my film, for example. But if I put it on YouTube, I can just do whatever I want. I don't have any rules. I can really be authentic, be pure, like really show, really share what actually comes from me. And also, let's say if I finish the video now, you guys can watch it in 15 minutes time, for example, things like that. And I don't have to do like really 24 minutes for half an hour show. I don't have to do like really 24 minutes. Sometimes I can do 10 minutes. Sometimes I can do 20 minutes, so and more people can watch it. And I just like it.
Okay, honest. So it's so freeing, right? Because your brand is free if you think about it. It's about you being free and not living according to other people's expectations and rules for you, kind of thing. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, Amien, I guess that's all the time we have for today. Do you have any questions? Last one.
I just want to do one quick statement. Guys, please do follow Zaharis on his YouTube channel, right? Just to support him in this. He's doing a lot of good stuff there. There's a lot of videos that you can actually consume. What I really respect about Zaharis is that the quality of his work is just amazing. Okay, tahap dewa. This is not phone camera. Okay, guys.
Zaharis, I have another question. So you started with the Canon D5, right? Today, what's your equipment like? Has it completely downsized and the quality is better?
Yeah, no, I'm just using this. This is my main camera now. I'm using A7S3 Sony as my main camera, and sometimes I use action camera as well, like Insta360 or GoPro, whatever, and also sometimes even on phone.
Even on phone? Which phone? Cik, kenal lah tanya. Are you sponsored by the phone company, by the way?
Xiaomi, Xiaomi and Huawei.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, so they both sponsor you.
Okay. So I just use these phones because nowadays the phones are getting better, even though it's small sensor, but because of the the software driven, it makes it really good. And not all the shots I shoot using phone. For example, when I'm inside the crowd or I'm inside the bus, for example, I can use my phone, but the rest I will use my main camera, which is now I'm using the Sony mirrorless camera. Yep.
Okay. Sony mirrorless. Okay, awesome. So thank you so much. That was such profound advice for us. And yet it goes back to the basic that we were teaching our people. And yet look at you. You're living a fulfilled life, doing what you love, and you're being true to yourself and your brand as well at the same time. I mean, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, just to do that, one more thing. So what's next for you, though?
Yes, you said you were going to go somewhere.
Actually, another 3 weeks from now, I'm going to Sarawak first. I'm going to film a documentary about me traveling in Sarawak for Sarawak TV. 13 episodes on a bicycle. So basically, I will ride in the jungle. And then I'm going to Kyrgyzstan. I'm going to Kyrgyzstan. And then once I'm in Kyrgyzstan, I will go to countries which don't have lockdown. For example, maybe to Mongolia. Central Asia countries, they are more relaxed now. I mean, because I don't think I can still go to Europe now. So maybe I will stay around Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Mongolia. All this area, Central Asia.
So where can people can follow you on your Instagram to get updated on wherever you are, whatever?
On my Instagram, and I plan to update a lot on my Instagram and YouTube. These two. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, what's your biggest learning from today, Amien?
You know what? Today kind of like reminded me that go back to your childhood dream, because I think sometimes about being entrepreneur, you got stuck with the profits, the income part. the sales and all that, you kind of like forget that, you know, at the end of the day, why are you doing this in the first place?
I love that.
Right.
I think
So,
for
like,
me
I-
as well. For me, what about you guys tuning in? What is your biggest learning from today, from what Zaharis shared? Let us know. For me, I love it, Zaharis, because when we met you, you were still doing dengan basikal aku jelajah, and then the whole pandemic happened, and you know, markets change. You've switched to YouTube. I love that, you know,
Yeah.
and you're earning money from YouTube now, and now you're telling us that you're gonna shift to YouTube, you know, fully, and because it's so much more freeing, kind of thing. So I'm excited for you, because I think there's so much more that can be done, that you can monetize online, really. You know, there's books, because your brand is actually very, very powerful, kind of thing. And you can even monetize from talks, you know, because you're a thought leader in this area. Yeah, Ridwan is saying he salutes, Dr. Nurul is saying she salutes your courage.
Thank
And
you.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
and I love that the basics of content creation is the same as what we preach, which is be authentic to yourself, consistent, and just longer, guys, and learn and tweak along the way. That is in a gist the formula, I would say, of success. Betul tak, Amin? I rasa
Betul.
ikut je tu. You cannot go
Betul.
wrong. And
Betul.
look where Zaharis is. That is basically 10 years shortened into four tips for you. Okay, if you don't do it, tsh. Okay. That's all
you
the time.
don't need to be chased by wolf and drown down in the river to learn this.
Yes, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys,
So
someone else is already doing it for you.
yeah.
Just
You
follow
know,
the rule, okay?
Yes, thank you, people. Renee is saying authentic, consistent, and just langgar. Okay, siapa yang nak pergi travel dengan Zaharis? Zaharis, let us know when the market opens up. There's a lot of people. There's a queue. Please let us know. Will it cost 6,000 ringgit for 9 months? Maybe. Maybe.
I do a lot of horse riding trip for Malaysians before this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Ridwan is saying just being chased by Nina Golly. Yeah, if you don't post. Having said that, Nina Golly hasn't been posting because she's taking a break. Okay, so that's all the time. I should be slapping myself. But anyway, yes, that's all the time we have for today. I mean, do we have something for Zaharis?
Yeah, we do.
Let's have a different video, different video.
Zaharis is like how they were, so I have to give this one.
Yeah. Which one?
The prophecy is true.
So basically,
Nasihat dia
today's
macam prophecy tu kan.
yeah. Nasihat dia macam next level soul awakening gitu. Kind of thing. So guys, hope you, horsey holidays, guys. Okay, start saving your money. Don't know how to save your money? Go and meet a financial planners of Popcorn. Okay,
Yep.
So that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much, Zaharis.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what's happening the rest of the month? Just stay there, Zaharis, so we can chat a bit later. What's happening the rest of the month? Let's just quickly go to next episode.
So next week we're gonna talk about.
We're going to talk about the future of work. Work like it's 2021, yo. Okay, happening on, what date is this? 9th September. I have to go closer. 9th September 2021, 8:30. And then the week after is Malaysia Day. We're going to take a break because we don't want to see you guys. And then the week after, 23rd of September, I believe, we're going to be talking about relationship marketing strategies that spark your sales growth. So, siapa nak jual, inilah episodenya, adik-adik. Okay, come in. And Angela saying thank you so much for the inspiring sharing, Zaharis. So thank you so much, guys. That's the end of tonight's episode. And if you love, join us on Facebook, on everywhere else on Popcorn Fest. So follow us on YouTube as well, because we want to make money just like Zaharis. So help us, please. Okay, thank you so much. We love you guys. We hope you got so much from today. We will see you right back at it next week, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. All right. Good night.
Hey guys, good night. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again. Bye.